Hello, my Taurus friends. This is Kristen Redman, and today we are going to go over the planetary aspects that are going to be affecting you the most for this upcoming optimistic, positive changing year of 2017. And this year, the main focus for you is going to be around your ruling planet, Venus. Venus is the planet of love and money and romance and harmony and beauty and balance. And this year, your ruling planet goes retrograde. And that only happens every few years. So when your planet goes retrograde, you also get a chance to step back, reflect, and reassess the areas of your money, your finances, how you make your money, and of course, how you love others, how you and yourself are returning that love or getting that love in return. And a lot of that focus is this year. Major focus on relationships, major focus on finances, and reassessing the life and the plans for the money and the body with that Venus retrograde. So let's get right into it. Let's start with what you do so well, my Taurus friends, and that is your money. Okay, you are so wonderfully focused on finances and the tangible reality that your Taurus that rules the second house of the zodiac entails, and that is money and things of worth and self-worth. And this year, those things are getting quite a revitalizing restructuring, okay? Saturn is the planet that sets boundaries. It sets structures, and it has been in Sagittarius since 2014. Now, last year, this is the last year of Saturn moving through your house of finances. So I feel that you felt restricted in those areas since 2014. Okay, this year that breaks. Okay, not only that, okay, but where Saturn has been through over the past year, creating that, or past couple of years, especially creating those limitations, because Saturn is about limitations, but it teaches you lessons through those limitations. Okay, Taurus, sometimes you focus more on the luxury of an item, and you may spend more money on things than you should. Lessons have been learned about that, I guarantee, over the past couple of years with you. But so Saturn's been going through there, and now that it's moved out of that finance house, it won't return for another 30 years. So you have definitely entered into a new financial cycle in your life like you haven't seen in 30 years. This is pivotal. This is major, especially for you because you rule that second house in astrology. This is a major change for you in financial world. You're going to be able to set healthy limits on yourself, on your budget, on your money and the structures that go around it. You're going to come up with some amazing new strategies this year for how to keep that money coming in, where to put it, where to invest it, and how to make that grow for you and for your family. So May 11th through the 25th, and then again on November 5th through the 14th. Again, that's May 11th through the 25th, and November 5th through the 14th, there's going to be some breakthrough revelations about your finances that come through. Some new developments that come up that can lead to that financial freedom for you. So keep an eye out for that for you, okay? Another thing, too, with that Venus retrograde, we're going to pull that in with your finances here. Definitely while that's happening from March 4th until April 14th, I do believe that you're definitely going to reflect on a lot of things when it comes to love and money at that time, but right now we're focusing on money. So pay attention to things that come to mind for you when it comes to restructuring your finances, looking at them in new light and kind of making new plans for the future with those. Pay attention in that time frame, but don't act. Don't act on it when that retrograde's happening, okay? It's all about reassessment at that time. So don't make any major loans, purchases, investments until after tax day on the 15th, okay? Fantastic. So now let's move on to the home, okay? Eclipses in astrology represent where new beginnings are going to happen. And where those eclipses land in your personal chart for the year indicate where the major influences are going to be happening, major changes and new beginnings are going to happen. Each chart's going to be a little different, okay? It's always good to contact an astrologer like myself to do a reading, to do a professional reading, to look at your chart and see exactly where that's happening. But when we take Taurus and we see Taurus in general, all of those who have a sun sign for Taurus, we put you at the beginning of the chart, and that way we can determine, as Taurus is the ascendant in the chart, what's going to be happening where those eclipses happen for Taurus in general. So that's where we're going to go right now with where these eclipses are happening. Where those new beginnings are happening are in the home, house and home and family. Lots of changes for that this year, new beginnings that happen. You may encounter a move or a renovation, major change, remodeling, or some sort of major renovation or shift in the structure of your actual family itself, okay? You may find that there is some focus on mom and some new beginnings happening for mom as well, because that rules the fourth house as well, especially in the areas around the eclipses, which happen on February 11th and August 22nd, okay? Mid-February is going to bring you a preview of what these new beginnings and changes are going to be for the upcoming year when it comes to your family and your home, okay? And this eclipse is going to help you see what it is, that factor that's missing, okay? And what's going to set that trend. So changes within the family relationships. Your extended family may require more of your time and your attention. You may be spending more time with your family, helping out with situations that are going on. Because that's what you do, Taurus. You provide that stability and structure, and you're like the hub of a wheel, okay? You are a fixed sign, so that makes you the hub of the astrology wheel. You don't move under pressure, okay? And people rely on you for that, okay? Where some people say that makes you stubborn, I say it makes you strong. And there's going to be a lot of that this year where your family relies on that, okay? So definitely spending more time with your relatives, especially around that August eclipse too, because by that time, whatever it is has come to light, and where you're going to need to shine with your Taurus essence of non-stubbornness but strength is going to be needed, especially at that time. So keep an eye out for that. Now in relationships, well, let's just move on to actual love. For love for you for 2017, Taurus. Like I said, we got a lot of changes because your home planet of Venus is going to be going retrograde. So you're going to do a lot of chance to restructure those things, kind of look to the past and see where there were cracks, where things didn't work in those romantic relationships. And this may also be that for some of you Taurus folks, a love from the past comes back too, especially in that retrograde time, March 4th through April 15th. Keep an eye out for that, okay? But the main thing is we've got Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, all right? Jupiter is a planet that it brings us a lot of opportunities, and it brings us finally the luck that we're looking for. It moved into the sign of Libra in September of last year. And what's great about Jupiter, okay, moving into Libra, is this happens every 14 years. It takes Jupiter 14 years to move back to a sign in the zodiac wheel. So it's been 14 years since it's hit this part in the Taurus chart. And you know what that is. It is the area of marriage, relationships, close partnerships, okay? You are going to find that Libra is where the scales get balanced. The scales are going to be balanced in your marriages, partnerships, business partnerships, close one-on-one relationships, close friendships, like you haven't seen in over a decade, okay? Scales are getting balanced. Possibility for new partnerships as well, because Jupiter brings on these opportunities and luck. Those of you that aren't in a relationship, you're going to find this is a time frame when new people come in like you haven't seen in well over a decade as well. So pay attention for that. Jupiter helps us to overcome old fears because it's such a highly optimistic planet, okay? And it helps us to see the good in things and to have faith, all right? So you're going to be coming a lot of overcoming of old fears. A lot of fears about trust and togetherness and commitment. Okay, these are things that are so vital and important to you as a Taurus. These are areas that Jupiter is going to help expand those boundaries, to help open up that dialogue and communication. So you're going to find the scales balance in that way as well too. So wonderful things in store for you in terms of those close relationships with you this year, Taurus. So now, in terms of career, that's another thing that's important to you, my earth sign friend. You're very focused on those things that bring you that stability in your life, in your home, and in your relationships. And a lot of that centers around your career. So when your career's out of whack, all those other things are going to be out of whack too, right? So this year, the career sector, luckily, is pretty calm because you've got so much focus that's going to be on your family with whatever it is that's coming in that they're going to need more of your attention this year. So that's where the focus the universe is letting you have this year. Not necessarily on the career so much, because career is going to stay pretty chill through the year. Being true to yourself is highlighted with the moon eclipse that happens August 8th. and that's going to be in your career house. Okay, so you may see there may be some Tauruses that find that an out of the blue job opportunity, advancement, something along those lines may come up for you in that time, beginning of August. Keep an eye out for that, my Taurus friends. So just in general, another thing that's going to be happening in terms of just your overall happiness for 2017, Taurus, is Mars is going to be in Virgo, which is like an energy boost for you, okay, that happens September 5th until October 22nd. And that's going to be in the 5th house of just activity and fun and romance and children as well too. So you're going to find a lot more activity is going to be centered around those areas in your life in that time frame. And you may also find that you are able to take this long-awaited trip that you've been planning. Maybe something you started planning at the time of the eclipse that happens in February. You're finally able to take that trip in the summertime, and it'll be wonderful and fun for you, okay? So now also with happiness and things along those lines too, is that the Pisces eclipse that happens in February, we were just talking about that. That's when you really set those intentions for new beginnings that you want, that very first lunar eclipse that happens in the year. Yours is going to be happening in the 11th house, and that rules these great dreams that we have. That's why a trip might be one of those great dreams that you have. But another thing that happens in that 11th house is that it rules larger organizations. It rules networking with others, friendships as well, okay? So you are going to find that you are having some wonderful connections with your friends this year, new friendships that come in. And there's also soulful connections and encounters that happen with long-standing friends that you have had. It's a wonderful year when it comes to friends for you, Taurus. The thing is, though, because we got Pisces, Pisces helps us to see through things, okay? Pisces is the planet of dreams, but on the flip side, it's also the planet of illusions. So you are going to find that some of the people that you've surrounded yourself with over the years don't necessarily have your highest and best in mind. And this year, at that eclipse, you're going to start taking those foggy glasses off and seeing reality. The cloudiness and the fog lifts, and you see these friends for who they really were, okay? And you may need to cut ties with them, all right? You're going to have to cut ties with them because new friends are coming in, okay? We're going to be refocusing those energies, okay, that you were directing towards them into these new organizations and networks that are coming through for you to help expand and move and bring in new things for you. Okay, they help build you up. We're getting away from the people that tear you down. And this year it's about focusing on rebuilding you. Okay. So definitely in that time frame of February, you're going to be noticing that, a lot of that with friends. Okay. This is a year of personal growth too for you. So we're moving on to that now. Personal growth 2017 for my Taurus friends. Let's look at that. So March to June is going to be this 3-month window when your personal priorities really start to shift, okay? That Venus retrograde that happens is really going to shift your mindset. Your home planet going retrograde is really going to have you rethinking a lot of things in your life. And one of the main things that's going to have you rethinking is how you take care of that body of yours, okay? You're really going to be focused on your well-being and what you need to do to increase your fitness goals, increase your health, and to just take care of this beautiful body that God gave you, okay? A lot of that. So you're going to embrace some new, healthier habits all along, okay? And time to let go of the ones you just don't need anymore. And you've already been intuitively feeling that, I have a sense, over the past year, but it's especially going to be kicking in full throttle this year after that Venus retrograde, So now for the Taurus friends here, let's focus on specific birthdays. Like I said before, okay, so with these, not every birthday is going to be in there, okay? But like I said beforehand, we can always look at your specific chart. Just contact me for an hour reading. We'll go through your birth chart and what the planets are doing to it now and where these certain aspects are impacting you the most or what other things may be in there for your chart that aren't necessarily in here as well. So contact me for that. But also, like I said, not every birthday is going to be in here right now as I'm reading, and you may also find, my Taurus friends, that one area may stick out more for you as well. That could be because your sun and your chart affects these a little differently. So let's start it out now. If you have a birthday between April 19th and May 6th, Jupiter, that planet of luck and expansion, is going to be in opposition of your sun this year. Okay. This is going to be an opportunity for you to try new things, to grow. Like we said, this is a year of personal growth for you, Taurus folks, but especially for you born in that April 19th to May 6th time frame. Okay, major year for growth for you. And because Jupiter started opposing the planet of Uranus at the end of last year, just before New Year's Eve, and it's going to carry that energy throughout this year. Jupiter blows up whatever it touches, and Uranus brings us unexpected things. So expect the unexpected to pop up for you unexpectedly this year that helps you to go beyond and to really grow. Pay attention to those unexpected opportunities, okay? Because those are almost like guideposts from God, helping you to know exactly what you need to do to move yourself forward in this life, especially in relationships. There may be a lot of unexpected turn of events that bring new relationships in for you, or ways to reinvent the wheel with existing ones. If you have a birthday between April 30th and May 5th, which is kind of pretty much the same type of thing. So these people I just talked about, you're still going to have this energy happening too. Heightened focus on your spiritual self and on those dreams that you have in many ways. Not just the dreams that you have while you're asleep, but also the waking dreams that you have. What is it I want to do? What do I want to be? Where do I want to go? All of those things are going to become a lot clearer for you in this time frame this year as well, because Neptune is going to be working with your sun. All right, so those with the May 7th to May 10th birthday, Pluto is going to be making a harmonious connection with your sun. Now, Pluto is a planet of endings. It's a planet that transforms us. It transforms things in our life. So you will find that this year is a very transformative year for you. Not only for all those things that we talked about financially, body, relationship, all that stuff that we talked about before, but this year is especially transforming for those of you with this 3-day window of birthdays, okay? You are like a caterpillar that's in this little cocoon, okay? I really feel that Venus retrograde time, you are going to go retrograde too and kind of fall off the grid between beginning of March until mid-April. You're going to go into a little cocoon. You really are, because there's this beautiful butterfly that's about to emerge. This beautiful, new, earthy Taurus butterfly emerges that cares more about its body, that cares more about what its body does in this world, that's focused on how to earn money and to support itself and others and to love. That's what you do, Taurus. You bring so much love into this world. You really do. And this year you're going to focus on that. A lot of reflecting, getting back down into that, transforming those bad habits that keep you from doing all these wonderful things you're supposed to do. Letting that go. Letting it go. And you're going to be harnessing your own creative power, okay? You're going to be finding your inner power too, because Pluto has a lot to do with power struggles that we have with others, and the power that we ourselves give away to others as well. So this year that's going to be brought into focus a lot too, where your power comes into play and how much of it you give away to others, okay? So it's a year of personal evolution for you, especially, my friends. So everyone, Taurus, that's what they got for you this year. Now let's do this. Every week I do my stone readings and card readings to kind of put a little extra emphasis on it, focusing on the energies and the angels that are around us and what they really want us to know. So this we're going to do in terms of a year for you. What do they want you to know for this year? Okay. Now, Taurus, your archangel naturally always is going to be Archangel Zadkiel. Light green, pale green color that Archangel Zadkiel is. Archangel Zadkiel helps us find anything. You lose your keys, you lose your cat, you lose your job, you lose anything. Archangel Zadkiel helps you find it, helps you find a new one. And he has helped me multiple times find my wedding ring. He helped me find my dog when I was like 100, 200 miles away and couldn't be around. Archangel Zadkiel helps us find anything, okay? But another thing that he helps us find no matter what is peace, inner peace. And this year, Taurus, you're going to be reflecting a lot on that, and you're going to need to call on him to help you find that peace. But he especially helps us find our life purpose as well. So those of you that are looking for a job, know that the finances are working in your favor this year. The networking is coming through, but he is also the one that can help you find a job as well. Keep that in mind. So we know he's working with us, but let's see who else is working with our Taurus friends. this year, in 2017. It's like a lightning bolt. Here we go. Whoa, as I drop it. It's a lightning bolt as I drop it down on the ground. So interestingly enough, this here is a lapis lazuli. This is one of the stones of ancient Egypt that was for all of the most metaphysical of the healers in that time. It is a stone that greatly opens that third eye so we can see things clearer. Oh, just putting it to my third eye felt amazing right there. Oh my goodness. Lapis lazuli carries the energy of, I'm going to figure out which one here. I don't want to go with Leo here, though Leo is very important for our confidence, but we're going to go with it from the aspect of Archangel Zadkiel. Archangel Zadkiel helps us look to the past memories, and he helps us remember things, and you remember them accurately. So he's going to help us go through that time frame, Taurus. This very pivotal time for you from the beginning of March until mid-April, where you have to reflect a lot on the past when it comes to your body, your finances, your money, how you structure that, and your love life. He's going to be the one that helps you look to these memories and see them in a clearer light, okay? He's with us right now, helping us along with Shamuel, finding that peace and finding what it is you need to do. So here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to say, because you are the second sign in the zodiac, and Gemini, who Zadkiel rules, is the third right after you, I'm going to put the two together, and we're going to have 5 that initiates change. 5 is the number of change. Shuffle it 5 times and see what Shamuel wants us to find here with all this year. 4. Here we go. Archangel Shamuel will help us here. All right. Finding compassion is what it is. Okay. Now, this King of Water card, okay, the water suit in tarot represents our emotions, our relationships, mainly our relationships. And the King represents the most mature, masculine energy that we can carry with that, okay? That masculine energy is acting on these things, not just saying we're acting on these things for our relationships, okay? So he's saying open your heart and your mind to those that are around you, okay? And know that there is a lot of trustworthy and heartfelt advice that's around, okay? It's about being compassionate, okay, with others, and being compassionate with yourself too, especially. The King of Water is a card that indicates a lot of wonderful changes that are coming because of our matured attitudes that are happening with love, okay? Remember we talked about that before, that Saturn, that one that is the mature planet that sets those structures and boundaries for us, it's ending a cycle for you, a 30-year cycle for you. It's not just for money, okay? Money and love go hand in hand with the universe because it all comes through our heart center where we give and receive. We give and receive energy of love, and that's the universal currency, okay? Not only is this 30-year cycle changing for you in terms of finances, but it's happening for love as well. And this card indicates that you're going to move into a new level where you relate differently. And that compassion is different. And you receive it differently too, okay? It's not just about how you give it. It's how you're going to be able to receive that from your partners as well. So what a wonderful reading that is for you, my beautiful Taurus friends. Take care of that wonderful body that God has given you, and you know what's going to happen. You're going to have an increase in your finances and love this year like you haven't seen in a long time, okay? Be sure to pay attention to those random opportunities that come available to you to network with new people, and remember to let go where you need to let go this year for certain people that no longer can provide you with that return that you need. So, my wonderful Taurus friends, have a blessed 2017. Thank you. Bye.